we never praise her. Jameela&Allison spilled Meghan's forced staff to fake the guest voice in a podcast. TREMBLE. The Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, spoke to actress and activist Jameela in her latest episode of her podcast Archetypes. The pair discussed the stereotypes and judgments that women face in the world of activism, and were joined by the fellow actress Zohra Angadashlu. As the Duchess had touched on the unspoken annoyance that women face in the world of activism, and revealed that she couldn't quite wrap her head around it. Jameela, who is well known for her role in the Netflix The Good Place, then flew into an X-rated rant about the demonisation of Meghan. Moreover, The Good Place star had fawned over the partner's support throughout her journey in activism. She was all praise for Meghan Markle and Prince Harry over their loving marriage. However, an unnamed source close to the Spotify staff had revealed that Meghan had forced them to fake Jameela's voice in the podcast. That is why she and Meghan didn't have any behind-the-scenes photos together. The information hasn't been confirmed by the insiders. In the podcast, Jameela had said, "I know you have a very similar dynamic with Harry, and actually, when the four of us met that one time, it was a really sweet dynamic of the two very similar relationships. It was very nice for me to see that you have this in your home because you need it. It is just unfortunate amount of shit that you take, Meghan. I can't believe it," she noted. The rumor comes after one of Meghan Markle's podcast guests have apparently revealed that Meghan doesn't actually speak to all her podcast guests for the show in an Instagram post. Alison Yarrow from New York appeared on the Duchess's show last week in an episode called To Be or Not to Be, where she discussed the term bitch and how it was applied to women in the public sphere in the 90s. But Yarrow's explanation and comments are apparently edited and interwoven between comments from the Duchess of Sussex in the podcast audio, as the Daily Mail reported. Meanwhile, in a resurfaced Instagram post from August, Yarrow had shared a photo of herself post-Archetypes interview in front of a sign for the audio production house, Gimlet Media, and had thanked the producer for being an excellent interviewer. Excited to be included in the visionary series #Archetypes, hosted by Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, and that aims to dissect and subvert the archetypes that hold the woman back, Yarrow had wrote in the caption, "Cheers to producer at Farasha Safari, an excellent interviewer, and the folks at Gimlet at Spotify who get it done," she added. With a seemingly shady caption by Yarrow, some social media watchdogs are now speculating that Markle doesn't do the work with a guest on her podcast. That is so funny, as she is too lazy to interact with her guest, so she has other people to do it. What does this woman do all day? It's not like she has dozens of projects truly in hand, and we know that she has our household help. If it is true, this explains a lot, specifically why Meghan drones on and on about herself, and never letting her guest get a word in edgewise, as it's because she's in the room recording all by herself. She is not verbally responding to her guest, and appropriately, because they aren't even there. It is the ultimate ego-boosting vanity project for her, and she must feel entitled to do it, and that way, since she was paid a ridiculously large amount of money to talk primarily about herself. The publicized guests are to draw in the big listeners in it, but it is really all about Meghan, and always will be. In her eyes, no one is more fascinating than she is.